Hello and welcome to beautiful Houston, Texas, where tonight the Chiefs visit the Texans in the wild card round of the playoffs here in Sticky Bleachers. I am Cory.
I am Bob here with an exciting matchup in the first wild card round game. Randy Bullock to start us off here. With a booming punt by Bullock.
Booming all the way to the 40-yard line.
Oh, and Chiefs have a nice return there, and Alex Smith under center.
Alex Smith having a nice season and a nice strong end of the season. This is to Jamal Charles. Interesting coming back from his season-ending injury, Bob. Interesting to see him back.
Yeah, you know, the playoffs, they definitely help heal all wounds, so good to see Charles back out there.
Yes, I thought that one certainly was going to require off-season surgery, but Jamal Charles back in the action here with Smith under center. And the Chiefs in their alternate pink jerseys tonight. Bob, what do you think is a fashion statement for the playoffs?
I believe it's a breast cancer awareness little shout out there. So
yes, it's like October in January here on Sticky Bleachers.
Absolutely. You know, Andy Reid's a big advocate for cancer. Oh, and that's a beautiful pass there by Alex Smith.
Woo.
And caught, oh no, incomplete pass there.
Looked like it may have been batted. Travis Kelce, the tight end, may have been the closest one to it, and they are fortunate on two consecutive plays after Jamal Charles loses a fumble out of bounds rather than getting picked up, and now he is down inside the 5-yard line. It's third down, 2 to go.
Was it just me, or did Charles let up a little bit there right before the goal line?
Yeah, I don't know if he was hot-dogging it. Maybe he's still not quite ready to go after that injury. Interesting to see if they will pull Charkandrick West off of the bench. Meanwhile, they are going to go for a field goal, and it will bounce in. Did not call it for the standard 4-point field goal, does Chris Santos.
No, but it counts as 3 either way. So there's a booming kick by Santos.
Yes, and Cecil Shorts III, one of the best-named players in the NFL, with the return up to about the 30-yard line. And let's see what Brian Hoyer and this Texans offense can do tonight.
Definitely been playing better over the last few weeks and squeaked into the playoffs there at the last bit. So let's see if they can put some points on the board.
Arian Foster getting the first carry, and Jay Proch, the fullback, taking things over, and he gets another nice little run. Let's see if they can establish that ground game early and take the pressure off of Brian Hoyer.
Yeah, it's nice to see Arian Foster back from injury as well, just like Jamal Charles. Thought season-long injury would be the case, but playoffs changed that for some players.
Yes, very nice. And as we say that, Cecil Shorts has a beautiful catch. Pass was a little bit high. He climbs the ladder. He was wide open. Climbs the ladder, pulls that one down for a nice gain. This one is way out of bounds, although it was intended again for Cecil Shorts, maybe the favorite target here early in the game.
Absolutely. That was a poor pass, but definitely moving the ball are the Texans.
Yes, and third down and 7 to go. It's going to be a passing down here. Hoyer under center. Let's see. He takes the 7-step drop. No, It's an end around to Foster, who's got some room. He's got the first down. He's inside the 10. He's inside the 5. And he scores.
Arian!
I think that's the chant we're hearing from these excited Texans fans here tonight. Arian!
Of course, with the Rocky movies being as popular as ever.
Oh, yes. That will never be irrelevant. Well, a Rocky reference here on Sticky Bleachers.
No. If Sylvester Stallone's still alive, we're going to get many, many, many more Rockies.
Bullock having a rough kicking night here tonight. Oh, and it's a fumble, and it will be recovered by the Chiefs, and Anthony Sherman's going to keep returning to the 30. He's inside the 20, 15, 10. Will they catch him?
Oh, wait. That was one of the craziest kickoff returns for a touchdown you'll ever see. Wow. I'm speechless. Fumbled it, picked it up, and blew everybody away.
Chiefs were able to legally advance that fumble, ruled here by the referees that was a legal fumble forward to be picked up and advanced, and all the way for the touchdown on the broken kickoff play. And just like that, the Texans are in a 10-7 hole.
Reminds me a lot of those 70s Raiders there.
Oh, yes.
Fumbling the ball forward.
The fumble-rooski, actually, why they clarified the rules in that situation, but the refs here ruled that it was okay. Mike Pereira doesn't have any problems with that.
But, and the Texans put it on the ground, and it's recovered by the Chiefs.
Rod Parker with the pickup, and he returns it for about 3 or 4 yards, but bigger story here is turnovers tonight already, Bob, in the first half, becoming a major part of this game.
Absolutely. And again, as we say that, another turnover there. It's definitely affecting both teams.
Wow, right back to the Texans. Does this ball go at their own 39? Good field position. Jay Proshin, he's going to put the ball on the ground.
And recovered by the Texans. DeAndre Hopkins takes it, and he is just off to the races. Let's see if anyone can catch him.
He's got some space. He's looking in the Jumbotron. He sees that nobody's going to catch him. Wow, Bob. Wow. DeAndre Hopkins with the scoop and score on the offensive side of the ball. That's the second time we've seen that tonight. First on that kickoff play for the Chiefs, and now it's right back to the Texans. Randy Bullock here to try to put this one in and make it a 14-10 game in favor of the Texans, and he does.
I don't think I've ever seen a game where turnovers have benefited the team fumbling the ball more.
I know, and here it's happened twice to each of our teams. And again, another short kickoff. Maybe that's going to become a strategy if they're going to try to strip the fumbles away. Alex Smith goes back from under center, and he's going to be sacked.
McKinney with the sack there. First sack of the game for either team. Yeah, I don't know if that squib onside kick type thing that Bullock's doing will play into their advantage later.
J.J. Watt getting his first sack feast of the night, and it's third down and a mile for Smith, who oddly goes under center rather than going to the shotgun, although he does go back. He's got some room to throw. It's going to be way out of bounds, probably just a throwaway there, and we're going to see the punt team come out for the first time tonight.
Absolutely. That was wouldn't have gotten him even to the line of scrimmage there. Colquitt with the punt, and a pretty nice punt there.
Yes, to the dangerous Sissel Shorts. Let's see what he can do from it. Feels it inside the 20. Nice move. Gets him about 10 more yards, and he's still on his feet. And it's actually Dustin Colquitt, the punter, who has to bring him down at about the 41.
Yeah, look, Colquitt showing off some defensive skills there. Hoyer under center, hands it off to Broche, and Broche is tripped up behind the line of scrimmage for a couple-yard loss.
I thought the Texans had nice rhythm on the ground there earlier, but that's certainly gone away, although the chain of turnovers there kind of upset the rhythms maybe for both offenses here as they try to establish something again. Arian Foster also picks up a loss, and it's 3rd and long.
Yeah, absolutely. I think turnovers making both teams a little skittish on the offensive side of the ball there.
Interesting, they go right back to Foster on 3rd and a mile, and they're going to call their timeouts to preserve some time here. Not sure why they're calling the timeouts before they punt it away. Yes. 3 straight runs, though, and -1 total yards. Not going to do it tonight.
Yeah, it's an interesting timeout to take before the punt there, just giving the Chiefs a little more time.
Let's see what they do with it. Alex Smith, not known around the league for his ability to move the ball down the field quickly, although he does have some weapons, including the freshly returned Jamal Charles. Looks like they're going to go conservative with a pitch back to Charles, and the clock is going to continue to run.
Yeah, Charles stayed in bounds there. Again, interesting decision-making by both teams.
And Alex Smith here, keeping the ball in the middle of the field. Looks like he had a lane to get to the outside, get out of bounds and stop that clock, but instead he cuts it back in, takes that unnecessary hit.
After a exciting first quarter, it looks like both teams playing it pretty conservative in the second quarter there. And that takes us into halftime with a 14-10 Texans lead.
Wow, a very, very bizarre game. Take a look at the stat there for Alex Smith. He's 1 for 4 for 0 total yards, and the one completion was to Jamal Charles for a net gain of 0 yards. So Charles padding his stats in the PPR leagues, but not doing a whole lot otherwise, Bob.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a Chiefs fan, I guess with those numbers, you have to be excited that you're only down by 4. And for the Texans, they just have to establish that rhythm that they had out in the first quarter and get Arian Foster going again. Let's see who can just settle down and win that turnover game, which has been a factor.
Both teams need to clean the ball up on the turnovers. As we continue on with halftime, we are here to remind you again that all of our Tecmo Bowl games here in Sticky Bleachers are brought to you by the good people at TecmoBowl.org, TecmoBowlers.com, and many other enthusiastic Tecmo football communities who are active in the scene early today. Visit those sites and more for information on Tecmo Bowl and Tecmo Super Bowl in the 21st century. Kickoff is to Cecil Shorts III, and they're going to start off at, looks like about the 37-yard line are the Houston Texans.
Absolutely. Hoyer under center, gets a bit of the ball, and almost picked off. Throwing into triple coverage there.
Yes, and a very ill-advised throw. It was closer to the defensive back than it was to Cecil Shorts. They're fortunate to have this one back, and they go into their turtle shell here for a 3-yard loss.
Very accurate description there. And Hoyer back with tons of time, completes it to Foster, who gets the first down and more, makes one man miss. Oh, and he's taken down at the 25-yard line.
Foster showing some nice moves now. That little play-action screen really maybe establishing some confidence here for Hoyer and the offense, because certainly their running game has not been doing very much here so far in this half, Bob.
Yeah, the Chiefs are definitely on to what the Texans are doing and stopping that run game.
Yeah.
Just really nothing.
Foster on that last play not really showing off the patience for which he is so famous. He dove right into defenders when he had room to the outside. Oh, this is a complete pass to Foster. Is he going to get a nice move? Will get him a first down and the touchdown.
Foster with his second touchdown of the game, this time receiving. And the Texans are a point after away from being up 21-10.
Let's see if that's what they go with for now, because they're certainly not getting anything done running the ball. Maybe the screen game is going to be what it takes to get this offense for Houston on the board and winning this game. Here's a kickoff from Bullock, and this one, finally, he kicks it deep.
We get a booming punt now from Bullock, and Davis takes it out of his own end zone. Ill-advised.
Will not make it to the 5-yard line, Will Davis. Ouch.
It's the last thing the Chiefs need right now is to be stuck in their own end zone here. But Charles with a nice run. He gets out, first down, and that's the way to start off a drive.
He is showing his inner Bo Jackson to get from the 4-yard line all the way up to the 30 with some breathing room here for Alex Smith and the Chiefs, who starts off in the shotgun. He's going to go to Charles down the field, not in the screen game, and it's picked off.
That's a heartbreaker there for the Kansas City Chiefs. Alex Smith with an ill-advised pass and picked off by the Texans.
Yes, looking to establish some rhythm going back, and they just turn the ball right back over, and the Texans go with the ground game, still not abandoning it, but this Chiefs defense, known throughout the league this year for being tough on the run, is just eating up these rushing attempts by the Houston Texans, Bob.
Yeah, they've been on the field a lot, though. I have to imagine they're getting tired here, getting into the waning minutes of the third quarter.
Ooh.
Oh, and a
tight end Graham unable to climb the ladder and make that catch down the field. Looks like he had a step or two on his defender, just a little bit off target.
Yep, that was they had a shot there, but they'll be forced to punt the ball now, and Kansas City will get the ball back. Let's see if there we go, touchback.
Shane Leckler unable to pin them deep. Looked like he was just kicking that ball through the uprights. No real attempt on the high bounce punt.
Ooh. And Cushing with the third sack for the Texans today, and we have a 2nd and 11 for the Kansas City Chiefs.
They're trying to establish their dominance at the line of scrimmage, and they're doing well so far. 3rd down and 9. Let's see if Alex Smith can throw a non-interception here. Starts under center, goes back, has plenty of time. He's got a man open over the middle of the field. He dumps it off to Charles, though, and will get that first down.
It's make or break time right now for the Chiefs. They need to start scoring quickly.
It looked like he had a tight end wide open, Bob, on a crossing route.
I don't agree with this play calling here. Although they're going to get the first down, they got to move the ball down the field through the air. They got to put it on Alex Smith's shoulders and have him win the game.
Well, those are some tough shoulders to put a lot of weight on, Bob. I understand. I don't know if he's been hitting the weight room and doing his squats. I don't think he has the shoulder strength to carry an offense quickly down the field in a big deficit. And they're leaning on Charles.
Absolutely.
Oh.
And a bootleg, and he throws it off to Kelsey, the tight end, and they move it down to their 23-yard line.
Yeah, so that little naked bootleg there looked like it really fooled this Houston offense. It looked like Smith had some room. He does dump it off to Travis Kelsey for the first down.
With pressure in his face, Alex Smith throws an incomplete pass into the end zone. And the Texans had pressure there. Smith got it away just in time.
Yes, they did get pressure in there. Ooh, and this time the pressure gets home in the form of Mr. J.J. Watt, longtime Texan.
I got to tell you, the Texans coming in with a 9-7 record, and of course the Chiefs on that 9-game win streak. Texans are really putting it to them.
Travis Kelsey with yards after the catch gets a first down. He caught that one right around the line of scrimmage and able to get just the 10 yards he needed, and they are in the red zone.
Let's see here if they can score. Obviously, if they go for 2, we have an 18-21 game, making it a 1-score game.
Kelsey well covered on first down, and this one's to Charles on the pitch out, and he's not going to pick up positive yardage. 3rd down and 10 to go from inside the 20.
Looks like the Chiefs are digging into their timeouts already. 3rd down and 10. Huge play.
Ooh.
Oh. And who else? J.J. Watt with his 3rd sack of the game. Now you obviously got to go for it or take a take the field goal? What do you think, Cory?
I would say they're going to go for the field goal. I'm not sure what I would choose, although with a weapon there like Watt and the fourth down and long, excuse me.
Oh,
I don't know if I would go for it. They do miss
heartbreaker.
the field goal, though, unfortunately, so the situation does not change.
Yes, Texans take over on downs, and Hoyer with the play action. And go right back to that play that was working so well the last drive. Foster out to midfield.
The screen game to Foster, just devastating here in the second half. They found something that works in that locker room at halftime. Credit to the coaching staff of Houston. They found a seam in that defense.
Yep, and the Chiefs can't stop the clock anymore. Let's see what the Texans decided to do here.
Looks like they're keeping it on the ground here so far. Arian Foster doing a good job of keeping the chains moving, and he'll have another first down here, and he will stay in bounds.
First down and stays in bounds. It's good to see Arian Foster back. Looks like that leg's doing well.
Yeah, maybe he and Jamal Charles were sharing some secrets. This one's complete to Cecil Shorts. Totally caught off guard was the defense. They were expecting them to keep it on the ground, I think, here in Houston, but they are getting aggressive here in the final minute, trying to put an exclamation mark on this first playoff game, Bob.
Yeah, yes, they are. Houston looking to go on to the next round, the divisional round of the playoffs here, and Foster with the carry up the middle.
Yeah, not scared to keep those starters in are the Texans here in garbage time.
Finally get some positive yards, though, from a running back on either team.
Yes, trying to pad those playoff stats maybe. Oh, wide open.
Wide open. DeAndre Hopkins with his second touchdown of the game. This one less exciting, we'll say.
Yes, and I say the Kansas City defense is just completely broken. And Houston just deciding, we're just going to run this score up. If you're not going to stop us, we're just going to keep putting the ball in the end zone.
Perhaps sending a message to, well, let's think. They play Denver next week here if Pittsburgh loses.
Oh, fumble. Is this one going to be picked up in advance? On the Texans, ball on it.
That's a fitting way to end this game here.
Yes.
The fumble recovered by the Texans.
Fumble seemed to actually
28-10.
allow the clock to run out on this game. That ball just sat there on the ground as the final seconds ticked off, Bob.
Yep. Oh, well, that was a very impressive win by the Houston Texans. They definitely regrouped at halftime and came out and just were the better team today. Chiefs kind of lost steam there on the defensive end. And what do you think?
Chiefs stayed strong on defense in the rushing game at least, but they just fell prey again and again and again to the play-action game and the screen game. Arian Foster having a great game. That's 98 yards on the ground only. He also was quite a weapon in... Oh, I'm sorry. He's 98 yards receiving, 45 yards on the ground. He was quite a weapon in both sides of the game here and was just too much in the end for the Chiefs.
Absolutely. Should be an exciting divisional round of the playoffs here, and Texans looking good, scoring 28 today.
And we'll have that Texans-Broncos game next week as it comes up. That's going to do it for now for us for Sticky Bleachers. I am Cory.
I'm Bob. See you next time.